Coach, we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River, and we've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 280. I got you, Pop.
Miles Sanders' first carry of the game. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run. It's Sanders. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. Back. 120. Army. Watch the safety creep. Hey, stand. Hey, kill. Hey, Lou. What's that?
Throwing on first is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Let's put that team on the bus.
And to give this time to the tailback. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
6-6, pull it high. Let's get it. Check.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Watch the shot. Check 26.
Here's Murray from midfield. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he's He's got his man on the out route. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here we go. 180! Nice, sweetheart! Other side, solid.
On first down, Sanders. Tony Brown there on the tackle.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 46-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Wentz. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. Third down here. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. From the gun on third down, Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's going to be a long day.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Showing it. Showing it. Sunday.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Here we go. Waiting. Wild Bill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Go. Waiting. Great. Let's get off the field,
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. It's a sneak. It's Wentz. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Murray. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 85 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40.
From the 44, Wentz. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Murray now on 1st down. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to sling this deep. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go to Johnson again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And he fires one, but incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Throwing on first down is Murray. This one caught by Isabella.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Got 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Wentz. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Wentz to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And what with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So he was struggling a bit, misses a couple, then he bangs a really long one through.
And Brandon, doesn't it just figure? He'd had a few misses, as you noted, but his coach had confidence to run him back out there and let him bomb away from long distance. And this time, he puts it through.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw, it's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun on third down, Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
First down, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. A little bit of tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Second and 13. Murray. And now look at him go. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Johnson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Murray going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Throwing now is Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he coughed it up, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football. At their own 47-yard line. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.